Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. This is the morning recap vlog where we talk about everything and anything that went on this last week. That is, if I remember everything. It's a beautiful morning. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you have a blessed day. Got my banana, fresh cut oranges, honey and peanut butter sandwiches, and my coffee. It sounds too healthy, doesn't it? Yeah, it sounds really healthy. I've even cut back on my creamer, man. I'm just watching my sugars, trying to eat a little healthier, trying to drink healthier. I don't drink alcohol to begin with. I don't smoke cigarettes. My only vice was my Diet Mountain Dew, and I've cut back on that. On my days off, I'll have one 16-ounce can. So doing really good for myself, feeling really good. Sleeping a little bit better, and that always helps. This week, I actually did a live stream where we talked about, again, thank you for coming in and joining in and hanging out with me for about a half hour, the announcement of the iPhone 8, 8 Plus, and the X, the iPhone X, which they want to call, they meaning Apple, want us to call that device the 10. What happened to the number 9? Now, I know that there are you Apple enthusiasts out there that are going to give me a good reason why they skipped number 9. But what I don't understand is the X is the Roman number for 10, right? 10, X, X10. It's the same thing. So would it really matter if we called it the X? But it does to Apple. Doesn't make sense. But hey, it is what it is. It just sounds so much cooler. It does. It sounds way too cool. The iPhone X, man. That to me, that's just sweet. Yeah, we talked about the announcement. You know, there's the pre-orders coming up on the 15th for the 8 Plus. You have to wait till the 27th of October for the iPhone X. By then, unless you're a faithful, you're probably going to pick up something else that's going to cost a lot less than 999 smacks. That's been the conversation. It's just that being part of the main conversation. The wait for a lot of you. You're not going to want to wait when there's so many other great devices coming out like the LG V30. And it just, having that wait period is just frustrating. You announce it in September, but you're not going to get it till December. Wow. Now I understand that's part of their plan. That's part of getting a lot of you to hold on to not picking up anything else, when just most likely that's probably what you were going to do to begin with. And now the announcement comes just in time before other devices drop from other OEMs. So now you're saying, wait, no, I'm going to wait. But then it's going to get so tempting, again, unless you're faithful, and that wait may become a little bit too long. So you'll look into something else. Thank God I'm a YouTube reviewer, because I'll pick up 2 or 3 upcoming devices, unlike the average consumer who just wants that one. And then we talked about the importance, if you're a T-Mobile customer, Band 71. To some of you, it's really important. To some of you, it's not. For me, it is. It is. I live in an area where I get great connectivity in the city, and there's many miles involving the city, but then there's areas where you head out to where it gets a little difficult and spotty, even though T-Mobile's gotten better. T-Mobile has done a great job every year of getting better when it comes to the connectivity. But if there's going to be one more thing implemented into my service with my carrier that's going to help me get better connectivity, and I'm talking about that 600 megahertz LTE connectivity, that frequency, then that's great for me. That means that those spotty areas are going to become much more, and I'll use the word that they were using in the article, superior, with T-Mobile, and being connected and getting service and getting phone calls and making phone calls, getting messages and sending out messages, which is important on these devices that we utilize every day of our lives. And the number one thing that they are is a phone. And that's what we need. We need that service. That's what we pay for. I talked so extensively on this subject the last couple videos. So I think it's super cool. I think it's so practical to have that and making a decision when picking up one device. And the fact that the Google Pixel 2 that I just found out in yesterday's video, you can go watch that if you haven't, isn't going to have band 71. The iPhone 8 Plus X isn't going to have it. And I don't know what other devices that will be coming out that won't have it. The LG V30 will be the first. And then from that point on, as they keep rolling this out, T-Mobile, more and more phones will come out with band 71. Even unlocked devices will support it. So, eventually it won't be that big of a topic in a conversation. It'll just be something we're used to having. And there'll be the consumer out there that won't even know that they even have it. They don't even know where to begin when it comes to that kind of a conversation. The fact is, they're going to be like in the middle of nowhere going, wow, never used to get service out here. Why am I getting service? It's because the connectivity is better, because you got band 71 on that device that you just purchased from T-Mobile. But again, unless there's somebody there to tell them why that is working better, they're not really going to understand that. I understand that's just the way it goes. But for us, that's what we are supposed to do. That's the responsibility of us, to spread that kind of news. We spread that, whether you're with AT&T, Sprint, Verizon, or T-Mobile. When it comes to these kind of topics, you want to let the average consumer know. This is something I'll talk about at work with my coworkers, and there's going to be many of them who won't even understand, and then I'll just explain it in the easiest way that I can, and it's cool because then it allows them to gain that knowledge to go out and make sure they pick up something that's going to be the best for them and what they're paying for. And that is our job. That is what we're supposed to do. I do believe that. We have a responsibility, and I'm going to do it. So, yeah. But that's a lot of what we talked about. What about that notch? You got the Essential with the dip. Some of you are calling it the nipple. Some of you are calling it the eye, right? Top of the device of the Essential. And on the iPhone X, you got the notch that comes down. That aesthetically, it just doesn't look right. That's really bothering me, because I look at a device right off the bat in the form factor that it is. The hardware, the look. It's got to have the sex and everything about the device, even though it's not edge to edge completely. But that notch just throws that device off a bit, especially when you're watching a video and the video is playing up around the corners of that notch, and it doesn't look right. If you know what I mean, you can go watch videos on this where there's some hands-on with the iPhone X, and they're watching a video, and that notch dips down, but around the sides, the right and left-hand corners of that, the display goes up and around there, where you'll get notifications and you'll get your battery percentage and so forth like that. the video's still playing up around those corners. Now you can tap on the display, I think, once or twice, and you'll be able to get the black bars that come along down the sides on the right and left. But still, that's an extra step you got to take to get those black bars. And to me, I don't know, man. It doesn't look good. It just seems like something's off right there. But I don't know. Maybe I'm being too picky. What do you think about that notch dipping down right there? It just throws a lot of everything off there, especially if you are a media consumer like I am, where I love watching a lot of videos and movies. That I want the whole display. I want everything. I don't want to have to tap to bring the black bars in and now minimize my display when I'm watching a movie. But that's just me. I don't know. What about you? I'm picky when it comes to that. For a $1,000 phone, 999 specs. Yeah. And then the Face ID, Apple Face ID, the fail. Well, did you hear or read anything about that? Apple said that the device didn't fail. Their staff did. Oh my gosh. Apple didn't fail. Their staff did. Wow. Crazy. Yep. Can you imagine being Craig? Can't even say his last name. Federgeri guy. Going out on stage to demo their Face ID and it failing. Yeah, that was a big fail. But it wasn't the iPhone X's fault. Was it anything that had to do with the iPhone X? It was the staff that failed. Well, hopefully he doesn't lose his job. Anyway, I'm not making fun of the device. I'm just talking about things that come to mind when it comes to that device. I mean, the price point, waiting forever to be able to pre-order it and then get it, the notch, the fail. Wow. It better be a killer device. I mean, for some of you that are going to be purchasing it, it better be everything and anything that you want in a device for that kind of a weight, for that kind of money, without having a fingerprint sensor, a home button. That Face ID better work amazing. I'll be right back. Gotta return some movies. Alright, I'm back. Now I gotta go get some gas, then go to work. Got a frog caught in my throat. Where did that term come from? Frog caught in my throat. Oh my goodness. Alright. Alright, everybody. Anything you want to talk about, leave it down below.